My name is Barry Kemp. I have been fortunate in being able to continue to carry out archaeological fieldwork, carry out excavation in Egypt, and at the place where I have been centered since 1977, the site of el-Amarna in Middle Egypt, the short-lived city created by the pharaoh Akhenaten. On the boundary stele by which Akhenaten defined Akhetaten, the special place for the Aten, its home, on the boundary stele he gives us a list of the projects that he intends to accomplish. The first was the house of the Aten, the ruins of which we now call the Great Aten Temple, and the second, immediately after that, was called the mansion of the Aten, the modern ruins of which we are now standing within. And it has taken on the popular name of the small Aten Temple.
I'm a German archaeologist and Egyptologist with a master's degree from the University of Cologne in Germany. I started working for the Amarna project in the year 2010. My first excavation was in the north of Amarna, the northern dig house, Pendlebury's old dig house, and since then I keep coming back. The Great Aten Temple was, first of all, it's the most important sanctuary at Amarna, but it's the place where Akhenaten and also the people could interact with the Aten directly. So it's the Per Aten, the house of the Aten, which in my opinion is really something like the home for the sun. So it's not just a temple devoted to the Aten where people could worship, but it's something where the Aten would really be all the time for everybody to interact.
The Amarna project encompasses a range of individual projects, often involving individuals who devote their time to that. In my case, the project that has become my main preoccupation is the clearance, study, and rebuilding, to a limited extent, of the main temple to the sun god, the main temple to the Aten, which in modern times is called the Great Aten Temple, although Akhenaten called it the house of the Aten. Perhaps a better title than Great Aten Temple, which sounds rather mundane. We started in 2012 in the footsteps of a predecessor, the British archaeologist John Pendlebury, who worked for the Egypt Exploration Society and over a number of years excavated the huge central part of the city. In 1932, he devoted just 1 month to the main part of the Great Aten Temple, clearing it from front to back, leaving an outline of the building which very quickly became sanded up.
The Amarna project brings together people from all over the world, and we are very lucky that we have a very reliable and enthusiastic team working together at the same project. And our main project at the moment is the Great Aten Temple. And so we have archaeologists from Argentina, from France, from England, from all over the world. Everybody's coming together, everybody's trying very hard to understand what was going on at Amarna and why does the city look as it is. And Amarna offers us the perfect opportunity because it's the only ancient Egyptian capital that has never been built over.
Todos sabemos que con el periodo de Amarna hay una ruptura con las ideas tanto religiosas como políticas con el pasado. Esto incide directamente con la forma de manifestación que tenían los egipcios, que era por medio del arte. el arte tanto en los objetos manufacturados como en la arquitectura. Lo que se denomina hoy en día arte amarniano o arte atoniano nació en realidad en Tebas, ¿sí? Y posteriormente, cuando trasladan la capital a este lugar, lo que hoy en día se conoce como Amarna, todas estas ideas nuevas en cuanto a la forma de representación que habían ubicado en los edificios tebanos son trasladadas a este lugar, donde cumplen un lugar preponderante en todos los edificios planificados en esta área del Egipto antiguo.
أنا في المكان دهواتي من 77 سنتين كانوا برا وكنا برا ما كانوش عملنا البيت ومن 79 وانا قاعد جوا البيت ده. هو باري غاوي الاثار وتل عمارنا غاوي من يوم ومن 77 وجا هنا واشتغل في تل عمارنا. يعني قبل ما يرمم البيت ده ولا يعملوا كان صغير البيت هناك عشان
لا
راح كان ساكن في الوحدة الصحية. رئيس مجلس المدينة جاب له اداه سريرين هو دخل له اوضه في الوحدة الصحية كان ساكن فيها. قعد سنتين كان
في المعمارية الشرقية هنا.
وبعد كده في 78 ضرب شوية طوب وسدد البيبان ونظف البيت وكان معقود بالخشب والعروق في الأول. فكلت العدة كلت العروق والخشب وتهردم في بعضيه. كان البيت لحد باب الحديد اللي هناك ده ومشرك بس. ما كانش كله ده اتبنى على يدنا كله ده. وقبل كده كانت بحث سنة قبليها المانية انها اتعملت في سنة 36. كنت ما اسمع الكلام ده من ابوي عشان كان غفر اثار ولما ثبتوا البحثة الاثار خد البيت وقعد كان مقعد ابوي فيه. انها اتعملت في 36 فضل قاعد تبع الاثار لحد ما جه الدكتور باري رمم وشال الحديد كله اللي فيه بتاعه وعمل البيت الجواني ده وقعد. جاب 79 ساكن. بعد كده ابتدينا كل سنه نبني والمخازن دي كلها اللي بناها لحد ما بنينا ده كله مغرق ده. كله اتبنى على يدينا ده.
In the more than 40 years that I have worked at Amarna, the overall agenda has evolved. To begin with, it was very much about the research that myself and a small group of co-workers wanted to carry out. It was a fairly enclosed space that we worked within. But the evolution has come about through increasing interest, not surprisingly, which the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities takes in foreign missions, including ourselves. They also have ideas as to what needs to be done at Amarna, mainly in terms of protection and of making the site attractive to visitors. And that feeds into our own agenda. We have to also work alongside as partners with the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities.
When we started the work at the Great Aten Temple in year 2012, we realized that it's about time that we are doing something about it, because the local cemetery of the nearby village of Atil was keeping closer and closer and closer, and soon the temple would have been gone. It would have been swallowed by all the graves. So we decided, okay, this is where we start. We start at the front, we clear it all, and then we outline the old foundations in fresh stonework. What we didn't realize was how many stone blocks would be needed for the temple. So it became a really big, overwhelming task to get all these Tura blocks from the quarries just outside Cairo, which were cut especially for us to the ancient Talatat size. And so in 2018, a new idea arose, and we thought, why can't we have members of the public sponsor Talatat blocks for the temple? And that's when we started our GoFundMe campaign. And since then, thousands and thousands of blocks have been sponsored by people and members of the public from all over the world. And it's an ongoing project. People sponsor blocks. By now, we are working at the back of the temple. People are sponsoring offering tables even. And it's just amazing to see all this enthusiasm of people and how they are all willing to support our project, because every block counts.